and welcome back to the Claire Codes YouTube channel. There might be some cooking noises in the background. I am currently recording in my kitchen. Okay, so today, what are we talking about? We're going to be talking about a interactive story game, if you want to call it that I'm working on, and it's a little bit of a tutorial. Mostly I'm going to be talking about my project, but if it inspires one of you to create your own interactive stories, all the better. Okay, so I'm using Twine, and I'm telling the story of a psych ward. So this is a demo of an interactive story game about an inpatient hospitalization, which I've had, unfortunately, or fortunately, however you want to view it, a few of. And I have a GitHub set up, Psych Ward Demo 1, where if you click this link, and I will also have this link in the show notes below. If you click on this link, it'll take you to the game. I'm also trying Loom, which is a extension for Chrome, so that's how you can see my little face. And hopefully it's working, and we'll see at the end. So again, this whole video does have trigger warnings for mental illness, mentions of suicide and suicidal ideation, depiction of the realities of inpatient hospitalizations in the U.S., and as I write, be kind to yourself. If this is not for you, this is not for you, and that's okay, you know? Yeah, there are plenty of other forms. I was saying forms and entertainment at the same time. Forms of entertainment out there on the internet. Please seek one of those out. Yeah, no shame in clicking away. So I did a little artwork here for chapter 1 called Admittance, and all of this artwork kind of comes into play in the chapter. So of course we got your grippy socks, an unallowed piece of clothing as it has drawstrings, and magazines, which I think this character, a fictional character in the game, wishes they had any form of entertainment while they're waiting to be for their intake in the hospital. So then there's a little bit about me down here, which you can read in your own time if you're interested, and then you click enter the game. And so the first thing you hear is Elizabeth North. You hear your name being called. It's been such a long day, it's been such a long day, you almost miss it. In fact, everything feels like such a long and dreary, never-ending gray fog. And you say, yes, that's me. And then you enter the game fully. Okay, great. The doctor's ready to see you now. Good luck. You look the nurse in the eyes and try to muster a smile, but as much as you can do. And in that moment, you realize no one here is expecting smiles. You're in a psychiatric hospital ER of all places, and for depression. Maybe if you could smile, you wouldn't even be there. Oh, wait, the nurse yells after you. Here's your insurance card and ID back. Thankfully, you still have insurance from work. Oh no, what's going to happen to my job, you think? Oh well, no need to worry about that now. Right now, you need to get help. I really hope this helps. Anything is better than what's going on in my head right now. You ultimately decide. Collect your cards from the nurse. And then it goes on from there. And how this works is I'm using Twine, which is a story builder. So right now in Passage view, it's just a story view. There's Build view and there's Twine view. So in Passage view, I can see right now I'm clicked into the intro. So I have the trigger warning up here, which I might actually edit a little bit. So I can add, for example, a box around the trigger warning. So I'm doing that now by adding these lines in. And I'm going to add the same thing to the bottom. Maybe one more up here. And then you can click test from here, and it'll open it in a new Twine tab. Sometimes it needs a moment to recalibrate. I liked, this is Chapbook, which was kind of like 2024, just the auto template is this like dark background. Let me refresh this. Let me try reopening. Sometimes the first time it kind of bugs out a little bit. So test from here. There we go. All right, so I like that in the box. Okay, I'm not seeing my picture in the picture anymore. Hello. Okay, so we're back. I don't know if this is working. I hope it is. Okay, and now I think we're really back. So how Twine works is that in order to go into the next section, for example, to move from the trigger warning / intro into enter the game, is we place enter game in 2 brackets, like so. And then it creates a new box. So let me go to where I am. So right now, the person, Elizabeth, has just woken up to day 2 in the psych ward. So I actually have an image for that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload it to Imgur. So I'm going to add an image. You know that moment when you have to do like one task and it becomes the hardest thing. All right, so here it is. If I right click and then I click copy image address, then I have it in my clipboard. And I'll move in here. And I'm going to create, just like I'm writing HTML, I'm going to create an IMG and image tag with a source and an alt. Hope you saw what I just did there. Within the source quotes, I pasted in what I just copied before. And I'm just going to look at the image. So it's a chapter 3. It says depression, phone, home. And there's an Uno card and a phone. Okay, great. Now let me put this microphone in this. Hopefully you can still hear me. Hopefully that wasn't too loud either. And now I'm going to write a little bit for chapter 3. I think I'm going to write, you wake up on day 2 a little bit groggy. And I don't see how I'm using those 2 brackets. That's going to make a new box. Walk to the nurse's station for toiletries. If I can spell. And see how a new box is just created below. And then we can test from here. So you can see the image shows this there, that's there. The only thing I have to do left for the image is right now it's not responsive. As you can see, so I go like this, it doesn't change the width. So I already did this in the intro. So I see how I can like go back and forth. I love that feature here. And they can also go down. And let's open them up again. So as you can see, I did style, max width, 800 pixels with 100%. So I'm going to copy that there from head to bed. I'm going to paste it in just like that. And it just auto saves for you, which is great. So now we can test again from here. And you end up with a lot of like tabs open at the end because you're just continuously testing. But you know, that's how you know you're really making a game. So chapter 3, depression, phone, home. You wake up on day 2, a little bit groggy, walk to the nurse's station for toiletries. I think I also want day 2 to be emphasized a little bit. So I'm going to actually go here and make that bold. Okay. Now, what I want to do from here is I want to keep writing, but I want to do that off screen. But hopefully by the time you come to this video, you know, there'll be more to the story. If not, please give any and all feedback. I'd love to know how you feel playing the game, what your impressions of Twine are, what my little circle box is like for you. Because maybe I'll do this more. We'll see. And yeah, so what I would do from here is I'd go to build. I'd publish to file. So as you can see, I have it pulled up there. 1 second. So I have all my demos here. And then what I like to do is I like to drag it. Oops, the HTML file. Oh, okay. So now I have it opened here in a code editor, which is Visual Studio Code. I do Command A to select it all, Command C. Then I go to my repository, and then I go into index.html. If it wants to load. Okay. And then I click edit this file. So I'm just in the raw HTML. I do Command A again, and then I do Command V. And then I just like to make sure that I'm at the bottom. So I go up 1, And that looks good. I'm going to commit changes, and I'm going to call this update to chapter 3. So I named it update to chapter 3, and then I'm going to commit to main branch. And I created a GH pages on GitHub, which means that whenever I push up to the main branch, I commit to it, then it's going to go on to the index.html that's published to the site. So it will actually update this link here. And I have that open here. So let's see. And sometimes, even though I have it updated, it caches. So try refreshing if you ever get to a blank page. Impatient. Actually, I don't want to go through the whole game for you. Definitely want you to experience that yourself and not in just fast forward, not reading mode. But yeah, I think chapter 3, there's good storyline in store. And I think that's where I'll leave this. So yeah. I also do want to say that I was definitely influenced. There is an inpatient game out there, a psychiatric story. It was made in 2017 by Alana Zablocki. If I pronounced that correctly, I hope so. And if you want to play that, you can play that at inpatientgame.com. So I highly recommend that. I haven't really been too influenced by it. I haven't played the full game. But I look, when you're making a game like this, you want to know what else is out there. So this is definitely closely related. And on that note, please check out my Psych board game and check out Twine if you have the time. It's been, kind of fun. And I mean, definitely deep and dark at times, but I think it's a great platform, and it's been kind of interesting to get back into creative writing of sorts. So with that, I bid you adieu. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye.